Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 19th-ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Blue Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for blockers. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Stanford's offense will get first crack at it today. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a beast, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Got a man, it's Brown. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Duke's offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have them.
Oh, a lot of space. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Now on second down. Now the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Applewhite. Bringing the heat. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Blue Devils look to do some damage in the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Quick release on the RPO. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Going up top again. Under fire. Chunked it away just as he was hit. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
I love the play call defensively. Third down, and you're anticipating the quarterback being in the pocket throwing the football, so you dial up the blitz. You get home, you hit the QB, and force the incompletion.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
They go to the ground. Turning it on! And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing.
It's a seam wide open. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
Stanford to the line, trying to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Got a little space. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. A productive play is one that it gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Fires to the big fella.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Wants to go up top. He's got him in the flat. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. The handoff to Johnson. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Snagged out of the air. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. Throwing right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Stanford to the line on third and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This drive will open from the 15. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Blue Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Blue Devils are marching down the field. Gives it on the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The give on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Right on the money. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Going deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Lost to throw again. Firing to the right, complete. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Applewhite. Finds his big tight end. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. If you like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Blue Devils need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Had to throw it before he wanted. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they're going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it's knocked away downfield, the DB getting a hand in there.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. Now, they haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking the shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Slams ahead. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. That's got it. Touchdown, Cardinal. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Applewhite. Working that left side now. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration of him.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the ground with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Hands it off. He breaks the tackle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Forced out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Got his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Now, a 4th down.
Maybe a little long for a field goal. Definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Got his man.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So through the offense, you continue seeing that coverage. You might as well keep attacking it just like that.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Here's a heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes a catch at the 10. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man in the middle.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
They'll give it to Johnson. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Trying to set up the screen. Turning on the Jets. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Out of the gun, the inside give. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls and fires complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Past the first down marker and still running. The Blue Devils are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Quick spin on the run. He's loose. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more.
It's a running room. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Blue Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield and making the play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They are having none of this running game down on the goal line.
And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. To the ground, he's got it again. Wide open spaces. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
When you talk about create big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Mississippi State is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in Starkville. They're trailing by 31 to Auburn. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Makes the grab. It's Tyler. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Spins away from the defense. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Blue Devils can really attack on this second and short. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Blue Devils back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. They want that clock to run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Leaves it with the running back.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Makes the grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. Takes the handoff. It's Coon. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Handoff to the lone back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Power football with the run. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the Blue Devils in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Pocket breaking down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call. Really nice execution.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. This late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds. That last field goal looks like the game winner if they can keep them from getting in field goal range here right at the end. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinals. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there. Safeties are going to be there. So you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
He's moving out of the pocket. Running into the open space.
What an easy way to get some free yards. I got an athletic quarterback that can do this. I can bootleg him to his right, make it a pass-run option. If he wants to take a shot down the field, so be it. But if not, just chew up some ground and go get a positive play.
Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Right back to the well. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They're working that left side. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback going strong.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To the air on second down. Plucks it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got a man. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Here we go. Wants to go up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing up, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about...
Touchdown, Stanford! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So the 16-play drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's McLaurin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So North Carolina's offense has its first opportunity of the day. From the gun, running back on the move. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. We didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position.
Oh, it's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The handoff to Johnson. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Stanford hoping to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. The give. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the 1st quarter. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cardinal! Quick strike through the air for the score. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays. And he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've been firing on all cylinders. Touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to Johnson. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They'll ride the hot hand. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a cruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
It's It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
Into the house. Touchdown, Stanford! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big...
There he goes!
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Lopez wants to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Rivers. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the catch at the 10. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. This quarterback needs to stay true to his mechanics. He just sort of heaved it up off the back foot.
And these mechanics are crazy. You see all these quarterbacks on the field with towels before games and doing that little salsa thing that you see quarterbacks with their hips, popping through. But it makes sense because you have to have that good, strong base underneath you. Otherwise, you start to sail that football and miss your target.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Lopez to pass. He's got him. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really...
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. A low line drive and not his best work. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Lopez wants to fire. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Cardinal! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Give to the running back. Slithers into space. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Lopez to pass. Floating away. Smashes ahead. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Tar Heels need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly. And they fail to hook up on third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking for a crease. It's Koo. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. That's reeled in. It's Koo. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Quickly complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick completion on the out route. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack for the gun.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The give to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Taking it the other way. The 20. He's at the touchdown, UNC. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama.
Wants to throw on first down.
Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Lopez wants to fire. With the catch, it's Rivers. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it in the middle. It's Shabera. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Here's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
Looking for space. It's Gauze.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Snagged in the middle. It's Cox. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Right through his hand. touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. He splits the uprights. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He has the first and still on his feet.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Might as well give it to him again.
Running back with the carry. Sack is made at the 46-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal.
Music no! Music no! Here we go, here we go!
They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. A 67-yard touchdown drive there and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Lopez to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
The Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And wings it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Oh, they're after him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their...
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On 4th down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless, and you know that you're losing possession and you're coming off the field.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got his man on the right. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Lopez wants to fire. Finds his man. It's Green. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Green. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Gauze. At the 40, there he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. I'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
He leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.